Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Naylor and I'm the MLA for Wolseley, and I've met a lot of you over the years. I've been able to come into your classrooms and read to you for I Love to Read Month when I was your school trustee, and then last year for the first time as your MLA. And this year I can't be with you in person, so I'm making this video. I'm going to share a couple of my favorite stories with you, and I hope that you enjoy hearing them as much as I enjoy reading them to you. The first one is called What Do You Do with a Chance? And for some of you, I got to read in your classroom last year, and I read a book by the same author called What Do You Do with an Idea? And I know a lot of you liked it, so I'm going to read another book by the same author and give you some things to think about. What do you do with a chance? One day, I got a chance. It just seemed to show up. It acted like it knew me, as if it wanted something. I didn't know why it was here. What do you do with a chance? I wondered. I think that's symbolizing the chance. It fluttered around me. It brushed up against me. It circled me as if it wanted me to grab it. I started to reach for it, but I was unsure and pulled back, and so it flew away. I thought about it a lot. I wished I had taken my chance. I realized I had wanted it, but I still didn't know if I had the courage. When another chance came around, I wasn't so sure, but I decided to try. I went to reach for it, but I missed and fell. I was embarrassed. I felt foolish. It seemed like everyone was looking at me. I decided I never wanted to feel this way again. So after that, whenever a chance came along, I just ignored it. And the more I ignored it, the less they came around. Until one day, I noticed that I hadn't seen a chance in quite a while. It was as if they all disappeared. I started to worry, what if I don't get another chance? I know I acted like I didn't care, but the truth was I did. I still wanted to take a chance, but I was afraid. I wasn't sure if I would ever be brave enough. Then I thought, maybe I don't have to be brave all the time. Maybe I just need to be brave for a little while at the right time. I realized it was up to me. I promised myself that if I ever got another chance, I wasn't going to hold back. If I got another chance, I was going to be ready. And then one seemingly ordinary day, I saw something shining far off in the distance. Is it possible, I hoped? Could this be my chance? I had to find out. I ran as hard and as fast as I could toward it. I don't know how to explain it, but the second I let go of my fears, I was full of excitement. It wasn't that I was no longer afraid, but now my excitement was bigger than my fear. As I got closer, I could see that this was a really huge chance. By this time, I was ready. As it came by, I reached out and I grabbed it and I held on with all my might. It felt so good to soar, to fly, to be free. I now see that when I hold back, I miss out, and I don't want to miss out. There's just so much I want to see and do and discover. So what do you do with a chance? You take it, because it just might be the start of something incredible. And that's the end of my first story. Hope you enjoyed that. And I have a second story to read you. This one's called We Are Water Protectors. And I'm really quite moved by this story because the issues around taking care of our water and our earth are so important to me. And I know they are to you too. This is our home after all. This particular story is written by a woman named Carol, who is Anishinaabe and Métis, and another woman named Michaela, who is a Haida Indian from Alaska. And so it's important that you know that these are the voices of First Nations women who are telling the story about being water protectors. We are water protectors. Water is the first medicine, Nokomis told me. We come from water. It nourished us inside our mother's body, as it nourishes us here on Mother Earth. Water is sacred, she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. The river's rhythm runs through my veins, runs through my people's veins. My people talk of a black snake that will destroy the land. Spoil the water, poison plants and animals, and wreck everything in its path. When my people first spoke of the black snake, they foretold that it wouldn't come for many, many years. Now the black snake is here. Its venom burns the land, courses through the water, and makes it unfit to drink. Take courage. I must keep the black snake away from my village's water. I must rally my people together. To stand for the water, to stand for the land, to stand as one against the black snake. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. It will not be easy. We fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. The winged ones, the crawling ones, the four-legged, the two-legged, the plants, trees, rivers, lakes. The earth. We are all related. Tears like waterfalls stream down, tracks down my face, and tracks down my people's faces. Water has its own spirit, Nokomis told me. Water is alive. Water remembers our ancestors who came before us, she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. We are stewards of the earth. Our spirits have not been broken. We are water protectors. We stand. The black snake is in for the fight of its life. And that's the end of that story. But I just wanted to comment before things changed, before we had the pandemic and schools closed down, one of the big events that happened that year was hundreds and hundreds of people gathering at the legislative building where I work to protect the land, to protect the water. There were water protectors with people exactly like in this book, Anishinaabe people here from Manitoba and from other First Nations, many people carrying signs to protect the water. And actually a lot of you, I saw students from several schools in the constituency who were there, who were standing to protect the water and protect the land. And I know the time will come again when we can gather in large groups like that. But in the meantime, you can still keep thinking about ways to be careful with your garbage, not to use too much plastic, turn off the lights if you're not using them, and not wasting water. These are all ways we can work together to protect these resources that we have here in Canada and on the earth. Thank you so much for letting me share these stories with you today, and I look forward to a time when we can see you again in person.